Talk about the war, Groovy Cat.
Now, as you see things like they talk about stillness, and people say, well, to be still and quiet, you've got to be in a place where there's no noise. Well, that's not stillness. Stillness is having a mind that's not active, not jumping from thought to thought. I mean, when your mind is quiet, then you're engulfed by all the sounds that are around you, so much more clarity and so much more depth to it, because you're not distracted by your own thinking. And that's what I felt when I was in the bush and that, you know. You go in the bush, you think you're gonna have silence, but you hear all the noises that are in there when your mind's quiet, because the clarity comes to you and you hear so much more that you're unconscious to. So, you know, but for me, that's what growing up is about and learning about. It's about learning about you and how to make you happier, better, more understanding, more giving, and more, you know, think locally, act globally, and all that sort of thing. You know, it's come that far for me, and now, like, I've been a vegetarian since 1970, and now people are talking about the corruption of cows and all that. Well, I knew that way before. I mean, didn't people know there was abattoirs? That's what I can't understand. That, you know, that it took people so long to realise that eating meat's not good for you. You know, because we grow up in a society where we're told what to think and how to think, and we believe it. We're told milk's good for you, so you drink milk from cows. We're not even cows. I mean, and milk's an infant food. So the more you question things, you question war, you question love, you question marriage, you question all the things that you're taught, and you might come up with some different answers. You might come up with some different things, because what you're told and you believe without question is what you don't know. You don't know unless you know. You know, so you don't know what you've been told. You just believe it. It's like going to church and someone telling you there's a God, and you go, oh, okay, fair enough, God did it. That'll do. It's not good enough. Where did life come from, really? You know, I mean, that's what's important to me.
How did you and Terry help each other out?
Well, the funny thing about it was I was a vegetarian way before Terry, and Terry was right into that sort of stuff. But I think he learnt more from me than I did from him at first. But I learned a lot from him because he was really, really, you know, he knew a lot about it because he was older. But he come to see how sensitive I was towards living, everything that was living, anything that was living. I didn't even like treading on ants or anything. I was very protective of all living things. Everything I thought, its life was as big to it as mine is to me. That's what I thought when I was very young.
Why did you care about being like that?
I don't know, I was just sensitive towards life. You know, the more sensitive you come towards life, the more you realise how important it is towards everything that lives, like you do.
Any events in life that changed your perception?
Well, the Vietnam War was one, because I wanted to be non-violent, you know. I thought to show people to be non-violent was really important. And the Vietnam War was a way of demonstrating against killing. And I thought, well, if I really want to be non-violent, I've got to be non-violent totally. And that means respecting all life, you know. And even though it's conditioned, and man's been conditioned for hundreds of thousands of years to eat meat, and it's bred in our DNA, it's something that you have to change within yourself, and it's not easy. But I did have a lot of people around me that helped me and helped me change, and people do. That's what I found out in life. If you really want something and you really want to go there, you'll run into someone else that has more understanding of it than you that'll help you. It just seems to be that way. It seems to, if you challenge life, life comes to you. I found that out for sure. Like, I argued with my father one day. He said, do as I do or leave. So I left. And because I didn't want to do as he wanted. I wanted to do as I did. That's the sort of kid I was. And 3 days later, someone seen me sleeping on the church veranda and come and offered me a place to live. So because I challenged my father and I did what I felt was right, even though it was fearful, life come and saved me. See, that's what I'm trying to, that's one thing I've really learnt. If you do what you feel is right, life won't let you down. It really won't. It'll be there to protect you in some way, somehow. I don't know how it comes about. I'm not talking about God, because I don't think there is one. I think God is Mother Earth, the whole existence. I think God's energy, for me. Because every living thing that we're connected to, you hear people say one with the universe. Well, what they're saying is we're all got energy that runs through us. Every single living thing has energy. So that makes us one with the universe. That's what they're talking about. That's what they're saying. It's me, Johnny. I'm home.